Hello, everyone. We have some exciting news today.
Yeah.
We are finally launching our whey protein isolate, okay, chocolate flavor with colostrum. So today you are going to learn all about it and why every single person needs to be taking this. I'm Lisa, and this is Dr. Ryan, and thank you for joining us on our Monday training, where you learn how all of our amazing products can help increase your health span. So before we get started though, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss any of these product launches or any of the education we provide. And as always, give us some comments. We love your feedback. We love to know your takeaway from this and just any advice.
So today's Zoom is a perfect example of when people ask questions, things like, hey, how do I improve my body composition? You know, when we're talking about losing weight, we're talking about adding on more lean muscle mass. People wonder why are their moods out of whack? They're not as good as they once were. They're noticing changes in their sleep patterns. Their energy levels are down. Their hair, skin, nails is, thinning, and obviously things with age play into it as well. But there's a huge dietary component that is the solution to a lot of these challenges. And that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think, especially when it comes to weight loss, they think I have that last 10 pounds that I just can't seem to budge. Mm-hmm. And I can guarantee you, most of you out there are under-consuming in protein. It's a very easy thing to under-consume it. So that's one of the main reasons why we all need to be taking this every day, because it's very hard to get in the amount of protein that our bodies need, especially to stay within our calorie range, because sometimes, protein sources can be higher in calories. So to actually get, like me personally, I aim high. I'm about 150 to 160 grams of protein a day. So to get that in, it's very challenging to do just by eating maybe chicken and beef and whatnot. Our protein, this amazing protein, is 20 grams of protein for 100 calories. So very easy to do. I mean, even having it a couple times a day, 200 calories for 40 grams of protein. Done.
And
easy.
And exactly. So one of the attributes of this whey protein is that it's a 90% whey protein. So that's the dry weight basis of the protein. And just so all you know, that we obviously have a plant-based protein that's vanilla flavor. And so we added the chocolate as a whey, as an option, but I recognize people have flavor preferences.
Right.
And so, look, we're going to continue to evolve and bring out new products, guys. So just so excited to now offer this as an option, because this just is a little bit historical data about the way that whey protein versus plant-based protein. Neither one of them have really been that easy to digest. I mean, they sometimes are very difficult on the gut. If you want to learn about how our plant protein is different, then there's another video, of course, that we did on that one, so that you can learn how the fermented pea improves a lot of those less desirable characteristics. On the whey side, though, it can be challenging for people. People that want to try whey protein can have some stomach upset, some GI distress, and that's why we chose the protein isolate, the whey protein isolate. Like I said, it's a 90% whey-based whey protein. It's from New Zealand. It's a single source. It's pasture-raised. It's grass-fed, high quality, which honestly was part of the delay, is sourcing it. And if anybody's in the business, they know that isolate right now is under a lot of demand. It's not an easy market right now. And I was very, very picky, very, very picky.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Good. Picky is good, especially when it comes to your health. Okay, so let's take a step back and let's talk about whey protein and what is whey protein? So your milk dairy actually has two parts. It's your casein and your whey. Okay, so casein is about 80% of the milk and your whey is 20%. The whey is the liquidy part. So example, say, have you ever opened up a yogurt, right? And you have that liquid floating on top? That's your whey. Okay, so when Ryan was talking about the different types, there's talking about isolate, which is what we chose. There's two main types of whey. There's your isolate and your concentrate. Okay, so the concentrate is a little bit harder on the gut. What makes the biggest difference is how it's processed. But the isolate is the most purest form, and it goes through a little bit more of a step, right, to help further break it down. So it's why it's a lot to digest. Yeah. So most people can digest whey protein isolate. The concentrate, also a big difference there is it contains more of your carbohydrates and fats. So it tends to be higher caloric, especially if you're on any type of weight loss diet. You definitely don't want the concentrate, because that's just going to amp up those calories. And a lot of it also comes from the sugars in it. So that's another reason why the concentrate isn't as superior and as preferred. And again, harder to digest. So that whole bad rap of I drink a protein shake and my stomach is just, grumbling and I'm gassy and bloated. That's why you want the whey protein isolate. Yeah, biggest difference there.
Okay. What about the needs on protein? Did you want to comment on that? I know how you like to reinforce that a lot.
Okay. It's an old school of thought that we need 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Now that is way underscoring the actual needs that our bodies require. That is that's the very bare minimum. That's to prevent disease. That's to survive. That's not to thrive.
Prevent malnutrition.
To prevent malnutrition. And we're not here on this earth to just survive, guys. We're here to thrive. We're here to really fuel our bodies with what it needs to perform its best. So a great rule of thumb is about 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. So
that's a lot of gold.
It's a lot. That's what I said. It's a lot. So that's why using a supplement for a protein powder really helps you reach that goal. But it's crucial. It is crucial. Muscle mass is what helps us with aging. It's what helps us keep a lean body mass. It's not just about losing weight. It's not just about losing that number on the scale, guys. It's about transforming your body composition. It's about decreasing the fat and increasing the lean muscle mass. And that's altogether the improvement that you want. And you have got to consume adequate protein. I mean, like as Ryan mentioned at the beginning, there's certain other things, brittle hair, nails, your skin is dry and cratery. What else do you say? Lack of sleep, or you just feel tired all the time. I mean, all of these things can just be as simple as increase your protein intake.
Yeah.
It really can.
Well, at the core of the protein is the amino acid profile.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons why the whey protein has been sort of the leader, the superior type source of protein for so long, is because there's really not much else. I mean, now some of the plant-based proteins are getting close to it. Soy had been right up there, but soy is sort of out of favor now.
Right.
But the whey protein has obviously the best, most desirable amino acid profile for those reasons, because it helps maintain the body's muscle protein synthesis. So that way the body is not breaking down the muscle, because that's what will happen in fasting states and different times of life under a lot of stress, is like the body will break down muscle to free up the amino acids, because remember, these amino acids are the building blocks for other things like hormones and neurotransmitters and enzymes. Very, very, very important biological and, well, I guess the physical component of it. So
and it really
biochemistry, maybe that's what
I was looking at a chart too, and whey protein isolate is most comparable to like the incredible edible egg. I mean, it really is lines up there with the bioavailability, with the amount of amino acids. I mean, it is just so powerful and healthy. And what Ryan was talking about, the amino acids. So, there's the 9 essential amino acids, which 20 amino acids in general, but there's 9 of them essential. We must get them from our diet. And that's what whey is. It's the complete protein, because it has all 9 of those essentials. And it also has them in the right proportions that our body really needs to have that hormone benefit and that muscle mass increase. So that's why whey is really touted as one of the best. And now, if you are lactose intolerant, you can typically tolerate isolate because of how it's broken down. But if you have a dairy allergy, that's a different story. But again, that's also why we have a vegan source. But Ryan, let's tell us. So we have our whey protein isolate that we know now contains all the 9 essential amino acids, because that's what whey protein isolate is. What else have we done to this to enhance it, to make it that much better?
And for our, the health of, 2 main things. So we added colostrum and then we added digestive enzymes. The colostrum is fantastic. It's also a pure grass-fed, because it's the first milk. So it's still from bovine source. If you Google a little bit about colostrum, you'll see that it's very, very popular in the kind of 2 main segments, really health and beauty. It's sort of overtaken collagen a little bit. It's kind of competing for some of that space, but I like both of them still. And then it's also really in the gut health and immune health. So a lot, because it's 20% IgG, so immunoglobulin G. So when you start getting into about the benefits and how it works, you really will learn that colostrum is an incredibly powerful bioactive compound. There's just so many things going on with that product. So great for the tight junctions in the gut. So people that suffer or have years of abuse of gut lining sort of destruction, if they've been on acid suppressing medications for reflux, there's a lot of meds that can really disrupt the microbiome in the gut. But leaky gut has become a popular buzzword.
I was going to say, not to mention, most of us have some kind of gut issue where there's
inflammatory foods or something going on. Colostrum has been shown to be very beneficial. And of course, we're talking about the gut at all times. We're never not thinking about the gut when we formulate. It's always a priority for us. And so colostrum seemed to be a really nice fit in this product. You'll probably see colostrum again in the future from us because we like working with it so much.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, so the colostrum, great. In addition to the digestive enzymes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So digestive enzymes, I mean, I think people know about them, but I mean, they're really everywhere. They're in our saliva, but they're very, very prevalent in our gut because that's really what is the cornerstone for breaking down foods and freeing up the nutrients so they can absorb really in parts of the gut, but sometimes mostly in the small intestine. But digestive enzymes are so critical. And, you know, it's unfortunate, one of those things where you're starting to see such a decline in people's concentration of digestive enzymes.
Right. I was going to say, in a perfect world, we would not have to supplement with digestive enzymes, guys. Our body makes them, but that's the problem, is we're not making this. So you could be taking all the protein that you want, and this can be shown too on, you know, a simple test from your doctor, and you could show like your protein is low, and it just shows too that your body is just not absorbing it. You're taking it. You're not breaking it down. You're not absorbing it. So you're not able to get the benefits. So it's almost like you're consuming, say, 150 grams of protein, but your body's not utilizing it. So the digestive enzymes really help break it down so you can absorb it. And, you know, they're targeted for you to, what digestive enzymes are targeted for is to help you digest and absorb your macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Yeah. And here we have it, you know, obviously designed for our protein.
Exactly. So the word protease, the ACE is the enzyme aspect, breaking down protein. You have lipase, breaking down the lipids, amylase, and then I have a note here, amylase, and then the protease. And I said that, right? Amylase, lactase, so your lactose, right?
Yep.
Which is great. And then so the flavor is chocolate, but you'll notice we added a little bit of vanilla and some Himalayan sea salt to balance out the flavor profile, because the challenge is flavor, guys. We don't like ultra sweet. We try to keep the amount of additives at a very, very, very minimum, at the absolute bare minimum.
Right.
In addition, we had organic. The vanilla flavor is organic. It's obviously a natural organic vanilla flavor. And then monk fruit. We use monk fruit as a primary sweetener and a little bit of stevia. Both of those are organic as well.
Right. And once we launch it, which we should be making this live tomorrow, so make sure. But once we do, you can also look at the ingredients, and there's very few. And that's
That's all. I just listed all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, and the organic cacao powder.
And that's one thing you really need to look for when you're looking for a protein supplement. I mean, there's so many on the market. The protein powder market is expected to reach 32.6 billion by 2027. So that sheer number alone of protein powders on the market means that you have got to know what's in it, what you're taking, and why. You can't just go random and buy a protein powder. You really have to choose your source wisely.
And guys, look, to learn more, it's so easy. You can just go to livegood.com. You'll see, click on the products, click the learn more section. You can dive in there, see more about all of our other awesome products, and there's an easy place right there where you can buy the product. Sounds good to me, guys.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you learned something and cannot wait for you guys to try this and let us know how you like it.